The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. I'm Carol Kidu Jr. A big landslip occurred at 2 this morning in Kuaka's village of Wapenamanda District, Enga Province. The landslip covered 3 houses and killed more than 30 people who were fast sleeping. Acting Provincial Police Commander Kelly Sombi said search and rescue teams consisting of police, provincial disaster teams and survivors early this morning recovered 2 children, 3 women and 16 men, a total of 21 people buried in the debris. 3 people sustained serious injuries and were taken to Warwick Hospital, while 4 others sustained minor injuries. According to the PPC, locals reported that victims were from the Yabalekin tribe of Lower Lai, Wapenamanda district. Heavy rainfall throughout the night is believed to have caused the landslide. The Private Business Committee has met and deliberated on the notice of motion of no confidence against Prime Minister James Marape, filed by the opposition on Wednesday, October 29, 2025. The committee determined that the notice of motion cannot be placed on the notice paper because Constitutional Amendment Number 48, Law 2025, is in operation.
The Private Business Committee has convened to review the notice of motion of no confidence against Prime Minister James Marape submitted by the opposition on Wednesday, October 29, 2025. After careful consideration, the committee concluded that the motion cannot be included on the notice paper due to the implementation of Constitutional Amendment Number 48, Motions of No Confidence Law 2025. This recent amendment introduces specific regulations regarding the filing and processing of motions of no confidence, establishing a framework intended to stabilize governance and enhance accountability in Parliament. The committee's determination aligns with the provisions set forth by this amendment, effectively halting the opposition's attempt to initiate a vote of no confidence against the Prime Minister at this time.
Decision long committee now, emission up long, base long, that's for Parliament as an institution. We work long and blow work him law laga. So you make clear also in Parliament you been working law. You been working one blow law amendment law, Section 145, what you call him Section 145.5. Now we stop. Now law certified law. Me certify as a speaker long. 17 long moon March lo display.
The Speaker's announcement raised different reactions from the opposition MPs, claiming that the Speaker was induced.
There are people who witnessed certain events that transpired yesterday afternoon too, Mr. Speaker. Clearly you've been in collusion, coercion, or been induced to an outcome that has been here. It is clear. For the record, if I may say, Mr. Speaker,
it had a prospective effect and would only come into play when there was a fresh vote of no confidence in 2025. This is the vote of no confidence, Mr. Speaker. And you were given a copy of the decision of the Supreme Court, in which it was clearly spelled out that you have to allow one more vote of no confidence in 2025 before the Section 145 amendment kicks in.
However, this did not move the Speaker, who went ahead and adjourned Parliament.
I haven't been told There's nine orders I come out lo this decision only make him ya. I mean not talk him. I not talk him lo 9 order ya. All same. Now me talk all same, me make him this send finish. This is send now, suppose he talk contempt, kissing me call a court. Suppose he court, I will not further discuss because it won't change anything.
The Speaker's ruling reflects the government's ongoing efforts to navigate political challenges while emphasizing the importance of adherence to constitutional laws. The opposition is expected to respond to this development in the coming sessions as the dynamics within the government and the broader political landscape remain in flux. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The Prime Minister, James Marape, has confirmed the national population, which stand at over 10 million. He was impressed that it only took a year to come back to Parliament with the results, considering the last census exercise was conducted in 2011 and the results were released 4 years later.
We unveiled to our country our population as at 16th June 2024. And so I'm just looking at my phone to get off the correct number. And as of last night's unveiling, our population stands at 10,185,363 as of 16th June 2024, the night in which we were counted. And so that's a reference point night. Population doesn't stop. Every night you are making babies, so the number keeps on telling on. For those who care to ask, we're going backward.
The government of Papua New Guinea is ready to introduce the biometric voting system, to appoint a new electoral commissioner and clean up election process in time for 2027 polls for the national general elections.
Prime Minister James Marape has confirmed that the government would implement major electoral reforms in time for the 2027 national general election. This includes introducing biometric and ID-based voting, appointing a new electoral commissioner, and doing a full cleanup of the national common roll. Responding to questions in Parliament, the Prime Minister said government is determined to deliver a fair, transparent and credible election process, one that guarantees one person, one vote, one ballot paper.
Our people get to exercise their constitutional Section 50 rights to vote free from undue influence, free from a defective process, including a common roll that is weak, with lesser or tainted integrity in the common roll we have. So I want to give assurance to this Parliament through the question by the esteemed opposition leader that our government will make it our business to tidy the election platforms, including common roll. 2027, we want an ID-based voting. If it is not biometric ID, then some form of ID must be used, and we want to invest resource into this space so that one person, one vote can be arrived at the earliest.
He announced that government would allocate substantial funding in the 2026 national budget to support early preparations by the PNG Electoral Commission. This proactive approach aims to avoid the last-minute pressures that have affected past elections.
And Minister Masare and myself and the whole of government is preparing to make sure 2026 is used as a preparation year for elections, so that 2027 there's less stress and we're running to the election more prepared than the past. And we carry the process. It may include a form of NID. If it is not biometric, a form of NID, but certainly common roll will be tidied, and all of us contest in an election in 2027.
He added that a new electoral commissioner would be appointed soon, as the current commissioner has reached the mandatory retirement age. Marape encouraged the voting population to register their names in the common roll. The government will use 2026 as the key preparation year, focusing on the integrating data between the National Statistical Office and the PNG Electoral Commission, improving logistics for remote polling areas, and tightening election integrity measures. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
Provincial member for West New Britain, Sasindran Motuvel, has put his political life on the line for the government to fulfill its commitment to building the Million Kina Provincial Hospital and the proposed 4-lane Hoskins to Kimbe Road in partnership with the Government of India. Motuvel brought up these infrastructure projects during today's grievance debate.
During grievances debate in Parliament today, Provincial Member for West New Britain, Sasindran Motuvel, expressed his unwavering commitment to crucial infrastructure initiatives, declaring that his political future hinges on the government's fulfillment of its promise to construct a Million Kina Provincial Hospital and the proposed 4-lane road connecting Hoskins to Kimbe in collaboration with the Government of India. Motuvel voiced his concerns and aspirations passionately, emphasizing that these projects are vital for the development and well-being of his constituents. He highlighted the necessity for improved healthcare services and better transportation infrastructure to boost economic activity and accessibility in the region.
Leader, we have to honor our words with our actions. I'm very worried, like 2015, when the former Prime Minister was there, we all happily went to India. You know, the Indian government agreed for $100 million to, attend to these two roads, Hoskins to Kimbe Road, and then this Bayat to Medang Road. To date, nothing has happened. And this is a long, and when I went to Kokopo last week, I thanked the government, for doing that 4-lane road. It's really important. Every province, at least the 5 or 10 kilometers of, the approach to the main capital, we should have. Even Kimbe, Deputy Speaker, you can't believe, when I drive 7 o'clock wanting to go to airport, I can't take over because I got 20 cars in the front and another 20 cars coming this way. And I'm real big struggle. We were promised this 4-lane road. Kimbe is no less than any other province which are currently having all those 4-lane roads.
The provincial member called for a transparent and expedited process in the realization of these projects, urging the government to commit to timelines and deliverables. He reiterated that the success of these initiatives would not only enhance the lives of the people in West New Britain, but also reaffirm the government's dedication to regional development.
And it was like promise. We should not be keep promising and having too many unfulfilled promises. Likewise, our hospital too. I think suppose people are giving, maybe I'll resign. Maybe after end of this term, suppose people are working start here, maybe I'll retire. Now I can give assurance also. People are gonna completing this 4-lane road na hospital. Okay, me retire. So people can kishim narapla member na EC. Suppose people are no making, then me ba continue lo stand up na me ba continue lo follow up lo business. I think good plan lo rausimi lo parliament here and good plan lo you go na making this lo work. 4-lane na this hospital. I think because these are promise which we made to people in public. So we need to restore, the trust between government and our people.
Motuvel raised these concerns, highlighting the pressing need for action and accountability in government commitments, positioning him as a vocal advocate for his province's needs amidst ongoing political dynamics. The response of the government to these pressing issues will be closely watched as stakeholders await further developments. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
After the break, Marape commends majority vote on coffee bill and Business Coalition for Women calls for wage enforcement.
Thank Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSB's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSB's One Talk Wallet. BSB's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Magic Golden Ticket Promotion e-come back. Now by Pinis long 30th November 2025. Piny Magic Golden Ticket long you, long winning share long 500,000 kina inside long packet magic chicken or beef noodles. All prizes start 50,000 kina, 20,000 kina, 1,000 kina, na 500 kina. Open packet long magic noodles na Piny Golden Ticket long come up winner. No can wait. Buy magic noodles now.
Introducing the 8th generation unbreakable recreational Hilux double cab look, featuring new look trapezoid grille, front and rear LED and fog lights, backup assist monitor, keyless entry start-stop button, a 2.8-liter 6-speed automatic, improved fuel efficiency injection diesel, luxury interior, touchscreen sound system, tough yet comfortable, perfect for town and country fleet vehicles. The 8th generation tough and recreational Hilux, available now at Ella Motors. Unbreakable Hilux.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One Talk Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
2 generations of rugby league players and supporters have been dreaming of an opportunity like this.
He does a bit of a bogey! Intercepted by Meninga! Look away! What a try! Farmers with the step! Turbo is away! Tom Trebojevic!
Welcome back. Prime Minister James Marape has commended Parliament's passing of the Coffee Industry Bill 2025 by an overwhelming majority of 72-0 votes, describing it as a historic step towards revitalizing Papua New Guinea's agricultural base and empowering millions of rural households. The bill, introduced by the Minister for Coffee, William Bando, establishes the National Coffee Authority, creates a licensing and regulatory framework, and provides mechanisms to enhance market access, quality control, export management, and research and extension support.
Prime Minister James Marape has praised the Parliament's overwhelming approval of the Coffee Industry Bill 2025, which passed with an impressive 72-0 vote. He described this moment as a historic milestone in the revitalization of Papua New Guinea's agricultural sector, emphasizing its significance in empowering millions of rural households reliant on the coffee industry. The bill, introduced by Minister for Coffee William Bando, aims to establish the National Coffee Authority, which will oversee the licensing and regulatory framework necessary for modernizing the industry. Key provisions include enhancing market access, maintaining quality control, improving export management, and providing essential research and extension support for farmers.
At the heart of this historic bill is the government's vision to revitalize the coffee industry as a vehicle to stimulate economic growth through increased smallholder participation, increased production, increased downstream processing, increased jobs creation, address forex challenges, and import replacement. It is the product of a broad consultation across districts and provinces and aligns with the recently approved National Coffee Policy 2024 through NEC Decision Number 326 of 2024.
By repealing the Coffee Industry Corporation Act of 1991, the legislation modernizes governance and reflects the changing dynamics of the agricultural landscape. Prime Minister Marape affirmed that this reform will unlock the potential of rural economies and pave the way for sustainable growth in the coffee sector, which has long been one of PNG's most vital agricultural exports.
This bill effectively makes redundant the current structure, but in its place, putting up a structure we feel can embrace our national interests without suppressing the industry, but allow the industry to grow bigger and better. Our government, through Medium-Term Development 4, wants to have 1 million people employed. And Mr. Speaker, I remember a few sessions back, a member of the opposition asked, how can you create 1 million jobs at the very earliest? Mr. Speaker, in the heart of agriculture expansion lies the expansion of economic activities to our people.
The Prime Minister further stated that the government is committed in fostering an environment conducive to agricultural development and economic prosperity across the nation. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Across Papua New Guinea, women continue to face major challenges in accessing and managing clean water, sanitation and hygiene. New research by WaterAid, World Vision PNG, and the Australian National University reveals that 37% of women identified water access as their primary concern compared to 19% of men. Women, who are largely responsible for collecting and managing water for household use, say their voices are missing from key decision-making forums. Many called for stronger representation through district wash committees recently established in Wewak and South Fly. Researchers found that women want more community collaboration and inclusion in water governance, emphasizing that better access to water improves both health and economic well-being. The ambassador of Japan to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Hisanobu Mochizuki, and his secretaries visited the National Airport Corporation's facilities at Tokwa Airport recently. Not only was Tokwa Airport built by the Japanese 2 decades ago, but Ambassador Mochizuki had some meaningful dialogue with the senior management of the PNG Cocoa Board.
Tokwa Airport was built in 1998 by the Japan International Cooperation Agency. It was built after the infamous volcano eruption had destroyed the old Rabaul Airport. Now, for 27 years, Tokwa Airport has served the people of East New Britain province and visitors alike. The visit of His Excellency Hisanobu Mochizuki, Ambassador of Japan to Papua New Guinea, was monumental. He was taken on a tour to the terminal the runway and the control tower by Tokyo Airport Terminal Manager Samson Kakai and staff. After the airport visit, Ambassador Mochizuki had a meeting with the management of the PNG Cocoa Board. The PNG Cocoa Board took the opportunity to market the East New Britain and PNG cocoa to Japan and the wider Asian market. CEO Jesse Anzen told Ambassador Mochizuki that last year, the national production of cocoa was around 42,000 tons or 80%, and it's classified as flavored or fine cocoa. Anzen further said about 98% of PNG cocoa is exported as raw beans, while about 2% is produced locally. Most of the beans are sold in Asia, and having a partnership with Japan will see them import some of the best cocoa beans from PNG. Ambassador Mochizuki later visited Eden Century Integrated Farm and met with cocoa board farmers. They demonstrated how they make cocoa nurseries, budding, harvesting and fermenting the beans. Commenting on his experience, Ambassador Mochizuki said Japan would want to import cocoa from PNG among other products. Rex Lita, TVWAN News.
The Business Coalition for Women is urging the government to back its new 5 kina minimum wage with proper enforcement. The group warns that without strong compliance systems, thousands of Papua New Guinean workers could miss out on fair pay. The government's announcement to raise the national minimum wage to 5 kina per hour from January 1st, 2026 has been welcomed as a win for low-income earners. But the Business Coalition for Women says the increase must be more than just words on paper. Yvonne Kennedy, Executive Director of BCFW, says a law without enforcement is merely a suggestion. Reports indicate a grey economy where businesses operate outside regulations, with some reportedly paying below the current 3 kina 50 rate. We must not allow the new 5 kina rate to face the same fate. The coalition is calling on the Department of Treasury to allocate funding in the 2026 national budget for the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations, ensuring they can monitor and enforce the new rate effectively. Yvonne added, this investment will protect our workers and ensure fair competition for compliant businesses. It's about building a fairer, stronger workforce for Papua New Guinea. The BCFW says the success of the new minimum wage will depend on strong government commitment, effective enforcement, and accountability across all sectors. 3-to-1 PNG Lotto has been increasing its flagship branch across the country, alongside providing employment opportunities for local citizens in the country. After establishing a flagship branch last month at Vada Vada in Port Moresby, they expanded their reach to Moresby Northeast at Waigani Rangeview today. 3-to-1 PNG Lotto Chief Executive Officer Aaron Egan gave assurance that the recruitment of the staff will come together with their proper packages for them.
The new 3-to-1 Lotto flagship branch at Rangeview Plaza in Port Moresby has seen to the recruitment of 100 staff. It is the organization's 5th branch in Port Moresby alone. 600 Papua New Guineans were employed since 3-to-1 Lotto set up shop in Port Moresby.
Yep. Yeah, no, listen, we're committed. So currently across the nation, 3-to-1 employs over 600 staff, both direct and indirect. And that ranges from our cashiers across our venues all the way through our roadshow teams. So we have a big commitment to the communities. We hire local. All the venues that we hire are people within the communities and within those areas as well. So in terms of our staff, it's a big focus of ours. Very big focus on social responsibility as well.
CEO Egan assured that 3-to-1 Lotto is well established and the consistency to look after the staff is guaranteed.
Listen, it's like anything. As any operator of any business within the country, we pay the appropriate taxes. Through that, we have a strong CSR. Our corporate social responsibility within the communities is very heavy. That ranges from paying for school fees and bringing athletes from PNG into other countries such as Australia.
The new look flagship shop is situated in a vibrant, safe and modern venue designed for fast and reliable entertainment with all-in-one play and instant cash out.
Do the bottom speed. So now 5 times, 5 brunch here in Langeview. So we're very happy that. And also we try to get the employee for the job. So now over 100 people. So we get the local staff. They are great job and great doing it. So we are keep going.
The 3-1 Lotto flagship stop at Rangeview Plaza is officially open to members of the public. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
And now let's take a look at the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at 0.2374 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2299 US dollars, 0.3481 Australian dollars, 0.1907 euro and 35.14 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, cocoa and copper closed higher, copper and crude oil closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have the day's other stories after the break.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's OneTalk wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our OneTalks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's OneTalk wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Long year 2024, 7 baby i-born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long karing baby, na time baby isusu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama, long lookout him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kisim antenatal check. Time yumi panim sick HIV ariap, o time bell mama i-positive penis, early treatment ikan save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV ego long baby. This lutok sawe ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem Kok Young or roll the scale rice family meal with talk. To bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigolo scale rice low scale price. Seni sigolo scale rice low scale price. But you like him?
Here they go, the big show and go. Goes right through. How about that? Oh, from Barry. That's it. And see, you mentioned it, guy. He's down the line, but here's Moran. Moran turning in the line. He goes over.
Welcome back. Police in Solomon Islands say a large explosion that rocked the nation's capital overnight was caused by an old World War II bomb. One person was injured when the bomb exploded near the rugby stadium in West Honiara. According to local media, the victim is in stable condition in hospital with arm injuries. Robert Iroga, the publisher of Solomon Business Magazine Online, lives near the site of the explosion and witnessed the blast. He said that around 6:30 p.m. Thursday, there was a huge boom sound opposite the rugby stadium. He said there was a big fireball in the air, and as a result, people started running all over the place in panic. The country is littered with unexploded ordnance left by Allied and Japanese forces after the Second World War. Huge crowds of ultra-Orthodox Jews have gathered to protest against moves to force them into the Israeli military. The demonstrations came in response to the government calling up people who were previously exempt from service.
From right across Jerusalem and right around this country, people have streamed into Jerusalem for this rally, wanting to make their voices heard in considerable numbers. You can see just how many have packed into this area, wanting to press the case for these exemptions from military service to be restored, insisting that their government is not listening at the moment.
We are come here to say to the world and to the government, we are not scared for anybody, we are not scared for anyone. We're here to share our message and to say we're here to fight.
People have to choose if they would like to go to army or they have to study Torah. If they decide to study Torah, so the ministry and everybody have to support them and not to try to throw them into jail.
The state of Israel wants to impose on us to serve in the army, and the army is our enemy. We are against its mere existence.
This issue has been a thorn in the side for the Netanyahu government for more than a year now, particularly given that there are religious parties as part of his coalition. Members of the opposition want to see the ultra-Orthodox community serving in the army, and there are others who are trying to come up with some sort of compromise and really angering everyone in the process there. It's believed there are around 80,000 Haredi men who are eligible for military service, and as tens of thousands of draft notices have been sent out around the country, not only to this community but the broader Israeli population, it's believed a very small number have actually taken up the draft notices and enlisted, maybe only around 1,000 to 2,000.
I received a call-up notice and I also received an arrest warrant. That means that I can be arrested at any given moment. I am 19 years old.
According to my religion, the army desecrates us, and therefore, as a Haredi, I cannot serve in the army. That is why I don't care about the call-up order.
While this protest has been happening, a new draft bill has been circulated, tweaking some of those rules and loopholes to military service. It's been canned by the opposition leader Yair Lapid, who says it is akin to spitting in the face of combat soldiers. He has also floated an idea that people who refuse to enlist should have their voting rights stripped away from them. As we enter an election year with a poll needing to be held before October next year, this is going to be an ongoing issue. It is a particular and a unique issue in this country, given the circumstances it's in, and one which shows little sign of being resolved anytime soon.
A trial has begun in Bali for 3 Australian men accused of killing a Melbourne father in an alleged premeditated hit. Police allege that 2 men, Mevlut Koskun and Paya Middlemore Tupo, broke into a Bali villa north of Canggu shortly after midnight on June 13 and shot 2 Australians. Zevan Radmanovic, 32, was killed in the attack while 34-year-old Sana Ganim survived. Another man, Darcy Jensen, is alleged to have organized the hit, providing vehicles and a sledgehammer for the alleged shooters. Mr. Tupo and Mr. Koskun have been indicted on 3 charges: premeditated murder, attempted premeditated murder, and weapons possession. If found guilty of premeditated murder, they could be sentenced to the death penalty. A Northern Hemisphere tradition is becoming increasingly popular in Australia, with trick-or-treaters taking to the streets to celebrate Halloween.
Skeletons, jack-o'-lanterns and even these. Each October 31st, the evidence of Halloween is more obvious as colourful characters roam the neighbourhoods.
About a month or so of building. We need to put up walls, we make a maze inside our garage, and sometimes we extend it out onto the driveway as well. We decorate the front of the house too.
For more than a decade, this haunted house has been a community fixture with plenty of positive feedback.
Kids are so excited on Halloween and they love the fact that everybody's out of their houses and they're in the street. Mainly, it's for everyone to get together.
The Australian Retailers Association shows the national spend will tip $500 million this year. But experts say Halloween offers more than good cash flow.
We shouldn't see it as a transactional process. We should actually see Halloween as a time of community, not necessarily a time of spending.
There aren't many reasons to celebrate with the people who live so close by. Halloween fans say it's events like these that give neighbours an excuse to open their doors to one another again. Countless hours have been poured into Andy Andromeda's display. He's created a map to help fellow fans showcase their efforts. Last year, there were 1,200 entries from across Australia.
To make it easier for people that wanted to give out treats to connect with people that wanted to dress up and trick-or-treat.
Proving Halloween is no longer just child's play. Emily Dobson, ABC News.
Next in sports, Pacific champions welcomed and Orchids remain focused on next challenge.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
100% proudly PNG owned, Seedler Bay Hotel proudly joins the nation in celebrating our Golden Jubilee 50th independence. Thank you for being a valued part of our community. Let's continue the journey for another 50 years together. Proudly PNG.
Meet UmiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, UmiPay makes every payment simple. UmiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
For half a century, PNG has celebrated powerful connections uniting provinces and generations. Digicel is proud to be part of that story by enabling everyday conversations and supporting communities. Digicel is making those connections stronger than ever by empowering the future with the new One Talk combo plans, giving you more data, more voice, more SMS, and all network calls to every One Talk everywhere. Digicel, one nation connected, better together.
Try. They have men, you know. They have men. Super try. Oh, the offloading is magnificent.
We should eliminate the enemy at all costs.
No matter where we go, our enemies always seem to find us.
I don't think they'll be able to leave the country. What are you waiting for? Do it now! He made us look stupid and incompetent fools.
What'll happen to us now?
We won't stop until we make things right and better for our beloved country.
Blindside and is celebrating a try.
Thanks for staying with us. Papua New Guinea's own boxing champion Liranda Kidu is preparing to make national history as the first Papua New Guinean to compete for a World International Boxing Association world title. The fight will take place in Newcastle, Australia this December. Her supporters say she's ready for the challenge. 21-year-old professional boxer Liranda Kidu has been officially invited to represent Papua New Guinea in the Detonation Boxing Promotions event in Newcastle, New South Wales on December 6, 2025. She will go head-to-head with Australia's Emma Sue Greentree in an 8-round, 2-minute per-round contest for the WIBA light heavyweight world title.
I am confident, but I'm confident that I'm going to put up a good performance, but doesn't mean I'm underestimating my opponent. Anyone can win in the ring.
In a media statement, Marianne Milley, managing director of Oceania Fight Promotions, said that Liranda has consistently demonstrated exceptional skill, discipline and determination, elevating women's boxing to new heights, both nationally and across the Pacific. Milley added that her invitation to compete for the WIBA world title marks a historic milestone. She will be the first Papua New Guinean ever to receive such an opportunity. Since turning professional in 2022 under Oceania Fight Promotions, Kidu has dominated the 80 kg division, combining power and precision to build an undefeated record and earn recognition across the Pacific.
This would be Liranda's 5th professional fight. Out of the 5 fights, she's got 4 wins in TKOs. The latest was on October 5th. We didn't say yes at the time they gave the invite. We digested the content, sat down, we discussed maybe about a week, and then we finally gave the answer that, yeah, we would challenge for the belt.
So I've seen the way she fights. I know what gets her motivated and what kills her fire, and how her habits in and out. I've been close with them. Also, the family has brought me in underneath them, so I fight professionally under them. But for this fight, I see it as a once in a lifetime to make history, and I want to be part of history. So even if it's not me, I'm happy to support another fellow boxer and develop the sport of boxing within the country, because I believe it's good for personal development in the youth, in their mindset, as well as their discipline.
She's also a Pacific Games gold medalist, symbolizing the potential and perseverance of Papua New Guinean women in sport. Event promoter Robert Fogarty confirmed that all travel, accommodation and transport will be covered by organizers, ensuring Kidu and her team can focus fully on preparation. As the countdown to fight night begins, Papua New Guineans at home and abroad are being urged to throw their support behind the nation's champion, Liranda Kidu, as she steps into the ring to make history.
I mean, who knew, my childhood, go out there and try to actually fight for this belt. So as the mother and her manager, we're so proud of this opportunity that's been given to her. I mean, yeah, so we're actually proud of this opportunity. So.
PNG Kumul's coach Jason Demetrio has expressed great confidence in his team's preparation. noting that they are mentally and physically ready to face whatever challenges the Fijians throw at them come game day. He believes this is the best preparation they have had leading up to the 2026 World Cup, and the anticipation for showcasing their potential this Saturday is high.
With the trophy on the line and a lot at stake, PNG Kumul's coach Jason Demetriou acknowledges that both teams, Fiji and PNG, have impressive squads featuring many young talents. The excitement is intense, especially after witnessing their performances in previous matches, such as the one against the Cooks.
It is. Again, it's, as I said, the best preparation we're going to get for the World Cup will be on Saturday night. You know, in a game where there's a trophy on the line, there's a lot at stake. And I've been impressed with Fiji. They're very similar to us this year. If you look at the two teams from last season's Pacific Bowl, they're very different the way the two teams have shaped up. A lot more young guys, a lot more debutants coming in, and you know, you're starting to see the future of both the Fiji Bati and the Kumul. So it shapes up. When you get guys that come in fresh, they come in, they have no fear. They're just happy. They want to get out there and play and express themselves. And you saw that with Fiji last week, and you know, hopefully we'll see that from us this week as well.
He said Fiji is ready to take it up to the PNG boys, both in defense and attack, and utilizing their silky ball skills and speed out on the edges to outclass PNG. But Demetriou commented they will be ready for the challenge.
And it's up to us to get the crowd into the game, you know, and playing that Kumul style of footy. And I think we saw glimpses of that last week. I remember when Finley went close to scoring off the back of a Edwin run and offload to Maria, and Maria taking him on back to Finley, and that's the kind of footy we want to try to get on. So, as I've said to the boys before, that's the Kumul footy I like to see, when we generate some ruck speed and we've got players coming off the back fence and we're playing fast. So yeah, but to do that, we've got to understand how that works and what we need to do to get ourselves a chance to play that. And
the PNG Kumuls are determined to defend the ball again this year, but they know that Fiji will rise to the challenge. Both teams are poised to deliver an unforgettable match that highlights the future stars of the sport. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Caleb Navale, lock second rower for the Manly Sea Eagles and Fiji International, is living a childhood dream by playing against the Kumuls at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. The 22-year-old Fijian star expressed his excitement about this opportunity, having been inspired by watching the Kumuls on television during the 2017 Rugby League World Cup match against the USA.
Caleb Navale's dream materialized when he debuted for the Fiji Bati against the Kumuls in the 2023 Pac Champs at the Santos National Football Stadium.
First time I actually watched PNG was when, I think it was one of the World Cup games and they versus USA here. It was in this stadium and how packed the crowd was. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. So that was one of my goals to come and play, and when I played it didn't disappoint. The crowd was next level, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Having returned to Port Moresby for the Pacific Championships for the third time, Caleb noted the deep passion both Fiji and PNG have for rugby league, highlighting the intense physicality and energy that defines their encounters.
And then obviously Fiji, PNG, they've got what a rivalry we have. I watched them the first time too in person in Campbelltown a couple of years ago. I think it was 2020, maybe 2022, sorry. And then, yeah, just the physicality of it, and I just wanted to be a part of it. And when I came here and just how physical it was, just loved every minute of it, so it was good.
Caleb also acknowledged the influx of exciting young talents making their debuts this year, which bodes well for the team's prospects as they aim for the 2026 Rugby League World Cup. The lock second rower for the Manly Sea Eagles and Fiji International has secured his place in the national team for the third time this year and looks forward to the upcoming clash with their traditional arch-rivals, the Kumuls. After a successful opener against the Cook Islands Aitu 2 weeks ago, the Bati team is geared up and ready for the battle.
Yeah, we've got a couple of good boys too, so that'd be good for them. Ronnie Filitonga, he's been, I think this is his second year now, so he's been waiting for his opportunity patiently, so I'm glad he's getting his. And we've got Chopper here, the Bulldogs with us, so it'd be good. I'd like to see how they go. I think they'll go well. If they just get an early touch and get physical with it, they'll be good. So it'll be good to get out there with them.
Caleb Navale is ready to give it all on the field and make this match one to remember with a win over PNG. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Fiji Bati halfback Brendan Wakeham is proud to represent his Fiji heritage with pride again this year in the Pacific Championships Bowl Challenge. Coming from a Fijian, English and Lebanese descent, he is certainly embracing the reconnection with his Fiji heritage, especially the culture and faith, which is different to how he grew up in Australia.
And he backs himself up and goes over for his fourth try.
Fiji Bati halfback Brendan Wakeham made his international debut for Fiji in their 56-14 victory against Lebanon in the 2019 Pacific Test, where he scored 20 points in the match. The same year, Wakeham made his NRL debut with Canterbury Bulldogs of the Interchange Bands, beating Cronulla Sharks 14-12. He joined the West Tigers in 2023 before moving on to the Manly Sea Eagles for the 2024-2025 season. Wakeham is one of the returning players from last year's Bati side that lost to the Kumuls in the Pacific Bowl final 20-10. After the team's captain's run today, Wakeham spoke passionately about how he is embracing the team bonding and camaraderie, which is always strong within the playing group.
For us in Fiji, we put our faith first, so I know it's a bit different culturally and stuff back in Australia, but that's one thing I'll take as an experience to put my faith first going back home. And I think if I do that, or if us boys do that, take it back to our clubs, we'll end up better people and better players for it.
Ahead of Saturday's big showdown against the PNG Kumuls, Wakeham said there's good vibe in the camp and the focus has been on their internal connection and building trust.
Everyone's looking forward to it. We've just been focusing on our internal connection as a Fiji Bati team. So we're just trying to build each other's trust and connecting with each other in camp and stuff.
While they were a bit rusty in their first week against the Cooks, they are hoping for a better performance against PNG.
That was our first week in camp, so we're going to be a bit rusty. New team playing alongside each other, so we're hoping this week's going to be a little bit different, but we're hoping for a win as well. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty physical challenge, as it always is against the Kumuls, and over here with the crowd, it's pretty crazy. So I think they're talking about a sellout. So we're looking forward to the atmosphere and stuff. So we can't wait for tomorrow.
The Bati were also joined in a huddle by their Fiji brothers from the Fiji Vusu team, who are also here for the Melanesian Cup Challenge against the PNG NRLC champions, Lace Next Tigers. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
Vusu Raiders, the champions of Fiji National Rugby League, have arrived in Port Moresby to challenge the PNG champions Lace Next Tigers for the annual Melanesian Cup. The match will be played as curtain raiser to the women's Pac Champs clash between the PNG Orchids and the Tonga 13 side at 10 a.m. this Saturday at the Santos National Football Stadium. The Vusu team manager Sositeni Nawangalivatora expressed excitement and great joy on behalf of the team to be embraced and warmly welcomed, especially by the Fijian community in Port Moresby. This is a first time for the team players, coaching and staff and management to come to PNG.
We were champions last year. This year we were runners-up in our national Vodafone competition. And the team is made up of three. The name of the team, Vusu, is made up of three villages in Fiji. Namatakula, Komave, and Biosevu. And we have heard a lot about Lace Next Tigers because they had already won twice the Melanesian Cup. But we are coming here in our first ever experience to experience the excitement of playing in the Melanesian Cup. So the boys are looking forward to the challenge ahead. But we will not leave any stones unturned come game day, and we will rely on our faith, family, to get us through this Saturday.
That's all we have for sports. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, Lae, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Medang, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe and Buka, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Oceans forecast. Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough with east to southeasterly winds of 15 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots. Solomon Seas, seas slight to moderate with east to northeasterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas slight with southeasterly to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight with easterly winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island to Kerema, to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Island. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, reaching 3 meters along morning areas. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 1 to 3 meters. And waters of Finchafen through Whittier Strait to Siasi and Long Island to Medang, seas 1.5 to 3 meters. And that wraps up the news tonight. Thanks for your company. Do take care out there. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by